my YouTube channel. My name is Sandra and I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. So I haven't posted a video in like 2 months. That's because I've been busy, like school, work, and you know, life, being an adult is dealing with me. So yeah, I had to take a break, but I'm back now and I'm going to be more consistent. So on that note, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications each time I post a new video. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for you guys. I thank you guys for your loyalty and for the fact that you guys have been sticking with me since day one. So I'm really grateful. So today I'm going to be talking about dating at 13 and getting busted. So it's kind of like a story time here, and I'm gonna give you guys the tea. Like do you like to drink tea? Like, even if it's the coffee, yeah, if you like to sip coffee, I'm gonna give you the coffee. Like, you know, it's winter and like we all need to be warm sometimes, so we will have to drink tea or we have to drink coffee. So which of them do you prefer? Like, I'm gonna give it to you guys. I'm gonna give it to you guys. So I think that was, I can't really remember the year that I remember I was 13 years old and I was in Form 5. That was, I think, the year I was gonna be writing my GC exam to get into high school. So I was actually in a boarding school, yeah. So I went back home for holidays. Like, I went back to my grandmother and everything. So I was staying in the house, and so, you know. So we had this neighbor, and there, she used to follow like these Philippine movies, like serious, like these Philippine movies. They used to show it on the channel. I think it was CLTV at 7 p.m. So all of us, like me, the other young people around, will always go to a house and just fill the house just to watch the series. It's not like we didn't have TVs in our houses. Like, it was just fun, like coming together like youths, you know. So this day I ran out of the house also 7 p.m. I went to join to watch this series because it was quite hot. Like, you know the way Philippine series are. It's quite like kind of romantic, crazy tension, whatever. So I went there and then I was like just watching this TV, and then there was this new guy. I had never seen this boy in my life. Like, I didn't know him. I just came back from school, came back for holidays, and I never met this guy before. So we're all watching TV, and then one of my close friends, because yeah, you know, the other girls around, one of my close friends, she called me after the movie was like finished. The movie was finished. She called me and she was like, Sandra, my friend wants to talk to you, blah 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 blah. Honestly, I was not interested in this person. I was not interested in the guy. Like, I was not interested in any boys. Like, my grandmother had always told me, Sandra, be careful. So I guess me trying to be careful led me into trouble. Like, so I was just like, no, I thought like, no, I'm not really interested to talk to any boys or stuff like that, blah blah blah. She was like, no, just talk to him. You never know. He's a nice person. Blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I was only 13 years old. Only 13 years old. And had never been in a relationship before. Like, I'd always avoiding boys. Always avoiding. So this girl was like, no, just listen to him. So I ran home. I really didn't talk to the guy that night. I ran home. So the next day in the morning, yeah, I came down. I think I went to go and buy breakfast, and then I saw him passing, but I just acted like I've never seen this face before. I've never seen this person. So this guy walks up to me and he was like, hey, you're Sandra, right? I saw you last night. Like, you know, like trying to talk to me. And I was like, hey, I'm really not interested in talking right now. I just want to go home. I came here to buy breakfast, and whatever you're telling me right now, it's not interesting. And this guy was like, just listen and whatever. So I got home, and then like in the evening, yeah, like youth, we used to just gather, like when we're not watching a movie, like around 5 p.m, 6 p.m, we just gather and we just. So this girlfriend of mine and the guy, you know, they came, all of us were gisting, and she was like, Sandra, just listen to him, he's a nice guy, just accept to be his girlfriend, whatever. Like, you know, this thing that parents always say, like, bad crowd, yeah, can influence good character. It's like, it's not far from the truth. Like, she was like, I'm actually dating his friend, so date him, whatever. Like, she pushed me and she was pushing me. So being as dumb and stupid as I was, like, ignorance, I said yes. I accepted to date the guy. So we started dating. You know how children are, and I think he was like 17 or something like that, and I was only 13. And we started dating, but mind you, we weren't doing anything stupid, no kissing, no whatever. Like, we're just dating. Like, because each time I'll go to his place and he wants to kiss me, I'll be like, no, no, like, I'll always refuse, all this kind of thing. It was like, no, you're a child. I'm like, you know. So we were like dating for like 2 weeks, I think. So one day I was going to visit him, and then my cousins had also just come for holidays, like my junior cousins, you know. So I was like, okay, let's just go for a stroll and everything. So we were going, and then I went to his place to go and visit him. Actually, I went to his place to go and visit him. Can you imagine? And then we're just sitting down, we're gisting. I got into his house, like, I was just sitting down, we're gisting. So my junior cousin, one of my junior cousins, ran home. I went and reported me. I went and said that I was having a boyfriend, and I'm even in my boyfriend's room, and my boyfriend's room only with my boyfriend. I told them to go out. Jesus. Hey. He actually went to one of my uncles, and this is my uncle here. This my uncle is wild. Like, he was doing iron hand with me. This man used to just tie me up because he always refused, like, don't go out, don't go out. And being as stubborn as I was, or being as stubborn as I am, I will go. So my uncle he did not say anything. He waited for me to come back. He did not come to the boys' house, nothing. And mind you, we're dating for 2 weeks, so I'll go though. Like my grandmother used to give me small money. I'll keep my money. I'll have like 500 francs. I'll go and give this boy. I was really stupid. I was really stupid. Damn. Like, when I look back, I'm like, oh. So I went back home. Like, I go home. My uncle was sitting in front of the house. He was like, where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? I was like, I just went to stroll. I was like, you went to stroll? Where? I'm like, why is one asking me all these kind of questions like that? I said, I went to stroll, just went up there to go and meet one of my other cousins, whatever. He was like, are you lying to me, Sandra? Have you started lying? Where are you from? What were you doing in a boy's house, in a boy's room? Hey! I put my hands like this on my head. I was like, hey, I am dead. I'm like, He was like, yes, your cousin came back here and told me you're in a boy's house. What were you doing there? You are dating a boy. Are you my God? That's not. I got the beating of my life that day. My uncle tabased me, like, boom, boom, like, he beats me and one of my older cousins, because they reported 2 of us. Like, we received the beatings of our life. My grandmother was so mad at me. She was angry because that woman could swear I can never do something like that too. Like, she was so angry with me. She shouted. She was like, what are you doing? These boys that are just useless, walking up and down, you want to go and useless your life. You are just 13 years old. What were you thinking? Like, hey, my grandmother spoke and spoke and spoke. She was like, in fact, past year, we are going to check if you are still a virgin. I'm like, I've never done anything. I've never done anything. Like, I don't even know. I was crying. Like, I got beaten. Like, I can never forget that beating in my life. Like, I think maybe I still have marks from like, I really got, like, my uncle beats me up. Like, I'm like, hey. My grandmother was so angry. She shouted at me. Like, everybody was mad at me in the house that day. Like, I was having like this, for this my cousin. I felt like killing him. Like, killing this child. Like, after he has been following me and eating my biscuits and my bonbons, he still had the mind to go and report me. But anyways, I wouldn't mind though. I wouldn't mind that. Like, they beat me. But looking back now, I feel like, yeah, I didn't deserve all the beating I got, but it was good to correct me, because that was really wrong, considering my age and considering the person involved, because after that incident, it was like maybe 2 weeks or a month after, this guy actually went to prison. Like, the police came and arrested him and took him to prison. And since then, he has been in and out of prison. So you can imagine where I was really getting myself, or what I was getting myself into. Like, I'm really grateful now that my cousin actually reported me, like, because that was dangerous. Like, later on, I found out I wasn't the only girlfriend. I found out the guy was smoking, like, weed and all this other shit. I found out he wasn't a good person. Like, was stealing, you know, was some kind of dangerous shit. And I'm really, really happy. But the beating I got for that, I'll never forget. But after that, like, my grandmom came, like, the next morning. She consoled me, she spoke to me, she told me, she was like, Sandra, this is not the life, don't do that, it's not correct, you know. Like, because, like, the quarter, like, how can I put it, the street where I lived on, it was very dangerous. Like, there were a lot of crazy shit going on, like, a lot of crazy people. So when, like, growing up in that kind of place, you need to be strong. Like, my grandmother, she spoke to me. She was like, this kind of thing, you're still too young, concentrate on your books, concentrate on your studies, it's not going to help you. And then, remember, mind you, when they were beating me, they were asking me, who introduced you to this boy? I called my friend. I was like, she's the one that forced me. I was like, she's the one that forced me. She's the one that forced me. I did not want. They went and looked for her. She insulted my uncle and ran away. And I was the only one who took the beatings. So now, like, this story, it taught me a lesson. Like, after that day, when I see that boy coming like this from the right, I will just bend, like, running for the future. I'll run for my life. Like, from that day, all the boys just stay asking me out in that quarter. I'll run. In fact, sometimes if I'll even go and report to my uncle. My uncle gonna want them to leave me alone. Like, that beating, I could never forget in my life. I could never forget that beating. Like, it taught me a lesson. But really, I really appreciate God, like, for the kind of family I had, like, for the kind of people that were around me at that time. Like, they really helped me become a better person. Because imagine me dating somebody, and then maybe we are together in the person's house, and then the police just comes in, bam bam, and then I find myself in a prison where I was not supposed to be, like, finding myself somewhere or doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing at my age. Imagine, because most of the girls at that time at my age, most of the girls now, most of them have children, most of them have given birth, most of them, like, right now don't have anything going on. Like, I really thank God. So actually, that's the end of this story time. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was amazing. I hope it was nice. Thank you guys, and see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about this video. So see you guys later. Bye.
We are in it.